What's pop-a-locking all you beautiful, 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 beautiful people? It's the weekend, or just after the end of the weekend, but it's still a weekend. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and them haters, ladies and gents. Vuvuzela Victory Challenge is back at you right now. Let's go. End of the season. Hit subscribe, hit comment, hit the like button. Let's go. Right, we're back in the game, and honestly, I don't know what that intro was all about, but it happened. It happened. As we end off the season, currently sitting in 11th place. 2 points behind, what is it, 8th? Yeah, 4 points behind Orbit College in 7th. That's where we're currently at. So Lele have a game in hand as well, which is, I think they're playing it now anyway. We're all playing games now. But we're taking on, in our final 2 games of the season, Stellenbosch and Orbit College. It's doing that stupid thing again. And again. There we go. Stellenbosch and Orbit College. From the last time we were out and about, which was the Amatax Sekhukhune United games, we've been on a bit of a poor run. We lost to Makasi 1-0, bottom of the table, Makasi, by the way. To the third bottom of the table, Cape Town Spurs 4-1. I changed up the tactic. We won 4-3 against TS Galaxy and then lost to Amazulu 1-0. We're taking on Stellenbosch in just 3 days' time. We came back a little bit earlier, but yeah, we're taking on Stellenbosch. We're not going to do an away day today. We'll probably do one in 2 episodes time after the transfer special. We've got Orbit College as well. 2 big games for us that we do desperately need to win. There's no reason, there's no like immediate threat that we're going to get relegated, because I mean, Murumugulalands are 21 points. We're on 38 points with 2 games left. So we are fine from that. I want to finish in the top 10. So that's my goal. We do have a -2 balance. Let me show you the new tactic. This is kind of what we've done. I'm calling it the ultimate V, because it's a V with a line at the bottom and the cuppy. I don't know. That's just my words. I don't know. I'm just making up stupid things now. But yeah, back 4, a BM, 2 midfielders, and then in possession we go wider, so it looks like that. And then out of possession we stick a bit more narrow and defend with wide centre mids and screening defensive mids players. That's pretty much it. Right, we'll see you in 3 days' time. I'm going to rest up these players. And we're going to take on Stellenbosch. Right, so I know I said I'm coming back in a few days. We are due a few days. I actually wanted to show you the youth intake. We've got 2 elite prospects, and 2 of them that I really want to talk about. Both are strikers. Both look very, very good. We're going to start with the better of the 2 in Jabulani Mobi. Here, this man. I mean, for our level, this is pretty darn good. The fact that he's got finishing of 13 already at 15 years old, a balance of 13. Yes, his pace is a little bit slow, but that can always improve. He's only 15 years old. Determination of 18. That is 100% what I look for in certain players. And if you look at the personality, he is driven, which means he is ready to go. Like the looks of him. Plays as a deep lying forward or a channel forward is where we're going to be looking at training him. And then we've got Koloko Ngombani, who, as a striker, he is pretty much a foregone conclusion. He does lack a little bit of everything else in terms of what we need when we look at the channel forward with the crossing and the headering ability. But, I mean, he can be worked on. He is really, really good as well. There is a few in the top prospects that I looked at. 2 of the 3 that I looked at, which I liked. The first one was goalkeeper Gumedi here. I think could become a decent little goalkeeper if given the time. As well as Stevens Mokwena. I like the looks of him. A nice wing back. Something we don't really have in our ranks is a left wing back. And I think if he can develop, you can find him a good loanee when he turns 17 or 18 and then get him in there. And then Danny Moeti, just a nice winger. Not really the type of player that we really want. We like the inside forward or inside winger could even work as well. And then we need the attacking midfield, so we're probably training in there. And then under the good prospects, there was one that I liked, who I think could maybe one day be in there, and that's Alfred Fortune. I think he's got some good, stats here. I don't know if he's ever going to be a top talent, but definitely a type of player you can buy and then maybe sell off later. The same can be said for Macau here. Yeah, I mean, with the quality of strikers that we have, I don't see him really breaking into the team. And then we have decent prospects and then poor prospects. We can show you the worst of the bunch, which is Kulakani Buthelezi. I mean, he's not bad, but I don't see him being anything fantastic. Other than 11 crossing, he's all right. We will have a look at the game, probably sign a few things. It is below average, our youth into our thing. Our youth intake, I'd say it's a decent youth intake. I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't say it's bad. Only 4 and 5 non-good players. So we'll probably end up signing most of the lead, all of the leads and the top prospects, as well as most of the good prospects. The decents and the poors we'll have to just assess, and let's see if my director of football likes them. But yeah, I thought I'd show you a nice little youth intake. We haven't seen one before. There we go. Let's get to Stellenbosch now. Right, guys, we're taking on Stellenbosch. This is the team that is going to start. Matosevic in goals, Mokwane, Malaki, Milic, Zulu, Wood, Soletu, Belesio, Morta, Padime, and Metokovic are all starting on there. We're trying to sign Medipe to a full-time contract. We tried to speak to him. He wasn't listening. He's currently on 10,000 a week. He wants 58,000 a week, which is, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot of money. I mean, Milic is probably on the most. He's on 50,000 a week. And I mean, that's after a contract extension. He was on 43 and now he's up to 50 and he's got to match the highest clause. So I don't know if it's worth Padime with 4 goals, 2 assists to his name. I don't know if he is the right option to go with. Our other option was Para. He's got 1 and 2. He's requested to leave because he's not getting enough game time. So I think definitely a left winger / attacking midfielder is the option for next game. But for now, we're taking on Stellenbosch. I actually wanted to change these to inverted wingers. Can they? How good are they? They're not too bad on inside wingers. I'd rather have them as inside wingers. They seem to be playing better as a winger rather than as a forward. So we're going to do the inside winger move. Let's go to the game. And we're off in Cape Town. Well, Stellenbosch area. It's near Cape Town. It's in the Western Cape. That's where we're at today. And like I said, there's not much at stake here other than my pride that I want to finish top 10. So a victory here would really push us into that top 10, like, chat. Stellenbosch are second. They can't win the league. Sundowns already won the league. But they are playing for that second CAF spot at the moment with them and Chiefs are really in it together. A long-range effort. And, yeah, I was going to say it's a long-range effort for them to try and get in there. They've got to beat us. And Macbeth Machlangu easily puts a header past thanks to Tyler Cicero with the corner. Cicero is a very good player, by the way. He is exceptionally good. And I don't know what Matosevic was doing there. That was some questionable goalkeeping. I don't know how he's got a 7 rating after that thing. And there you go. It's dropped to 6.9. But I mean, it's not an ideal start, is it? It really, really isn't an ideal start to this game. Like I said, we're safe. We've hit the objective. You know, we fought against relegation. There's a part of me that just, you know, feels like we could have gotten higher. We could have done better. Our inconsistent form is what really, really cost us in this season. Too many draws. Too many, like, were games where we should have been winning and we didn't. The Makhasi FC games, both of them that we lost, we should have been winning. The Golden Arrow games that we lost, we should have been winning. You know, you go look back at those games and you think, like, we are the better team than those guys, and somehow we just didn't show it on the field. I mean, we've been tinkering with formations, we've been tinkering with player roles. It seems like we've kind of fallen on a role that kind of works so far. I mean, only 2 games in. And yeah, we've won 1, lost 1. So, I mean, it's a 50% chance that it's working. 50% success rate, I guess. At the moment, it's not looking too good because there's going to be another loss to our name. But, you know, that could be on the fact that we just don't have good enough players to prevent these type of goals. You know, maybe if we had a better centre-back, he could have been marking Machlangu a little bit better. Maybe a better goalkeeper who could have dived across the goal and actually saved it. There's things like that you talk about. The rest of this half has been pretty much boring. It is the half time. We're going into the half 1-0 down. We're not playing bad. We're just not playing well. Going to shout at the players, get them a little bit motivated, get them a little bit going. Cupido has come off for them. He's picked up a little knock for them. And yeah, I mean, to be completely honest and frank with you guys, this wasn't a game I was thinking we were going to win, considering that they were second. And we definitely have some glaring holes in the team, some definite positions that we're going to need to bolster up next season. Even some lack of depth options that we have. I mean, goalkeeper department's one of them. And I mean, if we can find a really good goalkeeper, Metosovic's position could be under threat, because we definitely need a goalkeeper for next season, either if it's a starter or a backup, depending on what we can get. Because Metosovic is not a bad goalkeeper. Yeah, he's conceded a hell of a lot of goals, but that could also be down just to the formations that we're playing. We weren't playing a very defensive formation, and maybe relying too heavily on the goalkeeper to make as many saves as possible. Abrahams, who's also picked up a knock. There's Koch back to Cicero. Launches it forward, hits the crossbar. Metosovic overcommitted and it took very long to get back up. Cupido running it forward. Goes to the back post. Cicero picks up. Abrahams back to Cicero. Back to Abrahams. Goes all the way back to Sishi, who launches it forward. Malaiki gets the header. Abrahams looking for options. Abrahams loses out. Beliso wins the ball back, and now Wood can launch forward, and he does with Padime all the way back to Mitokovic, who's got no one in support up front with him. Zulu on a yellow card. That's a new little update. I've never seen that before. That's cool. Milic. Across to Malaiki. Malaiki goes across to Mokane. Soletu. Back to Mokane. This is a very, very, very long highlight. And if it doesn't result in a goal, I'll be very disappointed, or at least a very good effort. Mota. Mokane has got options in the box. They all hesitating to get through. The line is very high for the Stellenbosch team. Soletu, Motakovic, Beliso takes the long-range effort in the end. I think that was just boiling up of frustration in our team that we just couldn't break that defense. And they decided to go for the long-range shot. I mean, he could have had a nice through ball there for Motakovic. He was running through into the channel that we told him to run into. And Belicio decided to just go for the long-range effort instead. Morta goes back to Soletu. Mentakovic goes for the long-range effort. This time hits the crossbar. And I almost thought the pass back might have just snuck in there. That would have been an interesting own goal, wouldn't it? The highlight's not over, and Boyson's, it is over now. There we go. Let's make some swaps. I'm not really happy with Padimi on that side. I mean, we don't really have options. Para can come in there. We'll try him out there. Definitely a player that we need to... Who did I... Oh, I took off the wrong player. I took off Beliso for some reason. Para can come on there. Beliso is another player we are going to take off. I'm going to bring on Incorsi to play there. And then elsewhere, Wood has been pretty poor. We'll bring on Jodamas to come on there. I think those three subs for now. In the three, I suppose, worst players this game. They haven't really done much. And I think Beliso's long-range effort just annoyed me a little bit more than it should have, I guess. Don't really have much else in terms of backup to bring on and game changers, so to speak. Not that Para and Corsi or Jodomas are game changers. I don't think they're that much of a change, but yeah, it's definitely a position we need to sort out, is that lack of depth. Mokone moves it forward. Back post looking for Morta, heads it down. Zulu takes the shot, a very wide shot in the end, and the defender gets their head to it. Jodmas, I mean, the defender could have left that and would have gone well wide. And Corsi back to Zulu. He's going to try again. This time he hits over the top. That's why I don't want my wing backs to shoot, but they keep shooting and it keeps annoying me. It really, really does annoy me so much with those shots. And I can't explain to you how much it annoys me, because I know they've got terrible finishing and terrible shooting, and yet they keep doing it. And no matter how many instructions I put, don't shoot, they keep shooting. All right, it's another loss. It's only a 1-0 loss, though. I think that is the solace grace that they took their one chance that they had. Really, their one clear-cut chance from a corner as well. So there's that. All right, we're coming back in 2 weeks' time. We're taking on Orbit College in the final game of the season. Hopefully we can end it off with a win. I mean, we win that game, 42 points. We go even with Orbit College. We win it 3-0. We go even points. We'll go ahead of them because we've got more goals. So there's a chance we could still finish in the top 10. Although it's not looking great. Right, guys, we're back for the Orbit College match. I might be doing something controversial. I'm trying out new things. I want to see how it works. Metakovic is moving to the left flank. Madiba is going to start up front. Madiba is a player that I kind of want to get the best out of. And we've been struggling to get the best out of him. I think he's a very, very good player. So I want to give him some game time. Metakovic, I mean, he is a prolific goal scorer. 21 goals in 30 games for us this season. I think he can do very well on that wing as well. So I want to see how he does as a winger. And maybe there's a world... Sorry, something distracted me. Maybe there's a world where he could be our future left winger and having Madiba play up front. Just trying things out. Why not? It's the last game of the season. Last chance. Ramashala is fully fit eventually, so he is back into the squad as well on that left-hand side. And then I want to play Ngobo and Milic as the two centre-backs. Like I said, I want to try new combinations. I want to try new things. Trying to get these guys changing. Of course, he's going to start ahead of Beliso as well. Otherwise, nothing else too much different. Let's go to the game. Taking on Orbit College at home for our final game of the season. We really want to. Wood will be captain for this one because we don't have any other captains available. Because Malaiki's come off and Manguzweni is our vice, I think. Then I think we have a few other players that are second or third choice. Anyway, let's go to the game. All right, we're into the game. Of course, Orbit College, one of the teams that promoted with us, or the only other team that got promoted with us from the Motsepe Foundation League. They are doing very well in the league, just like we are. I don't want to say we're doing bad, because we're not doing bad. 11th place is a very good and respectable finish for us. Of course, we win this game, we can finish ahead of Orbit, where, like it was in the previous season, we can put them at the end, really. Nkosi to Ramashala, who's picked up a knock already on that left back side, and he's moving it forward. And Nkosi now has the opportunity, goes into Madiba, back to Soletu, and that's what we love from Soletu. Since we've moved him into that more central midfielder role rather than dropping into DM role, I think it's really, really helped Soletu's game 100%. He's been a much better player, finally getting the best out of him. That's a good way to start off the game. Absolutely fantastic. An assist from Madiba, by the way. Here we go. So that's a good start. And maybe the idea to play Madiba as a striker could be beneficial for all of us involved here. Jackson goes all the way back, looking for Van der Ross. Ahmed. He's got Ramashala in front of him. And he's forced him to go back. And they keep going back. Jackson trying to go over the top. They get the ball. Milic makes a mistake, and he's through on goal, and Matosevic makes an easy save in the end. Maybe should have held that. Maybe should have held that. Our fans have not come out to watch this game today. Very, very little amongst the group of players, fan support today to watch the final game of the season. I think they've just had enough. There's like 10 Oaks in the crowd from what I can count. How many are actually in the stadium? 198 people. That's all we managed to muster up for this game, which is, it's kind of sad because I mean it's the last game of the season, and yeah, it's sad. Mabele looking for options, gets dispossessed, and Ngobo gives away a free kick. No, he hasn't. They just all stopped playing, and Metosevic, the only one still awake in our team, made an amazing save there. All right, Ramashala moving it forward from the throw-in, goes for the long throw, trying to find Madiba. It was a very weak long throw. Madingwana. You know, every time I want to take away the long throw, every now and then they produce a moment of magic from the long throw. That wasn't one of them. And that's one of the reasons why I want to remove the long throw, because they just a bit sloppy in the end when it comes to the long throws. Really are. I mean, as it stands right now, we stay 11th because TS Galaxy are winning their game. I mean, we could do with TS Galaxy losing. In essence, that would be great. They're drawing actually against Sekukune, so we need them to lose. Sekukune needs to win. Stellenbosch are pretty much cemented their second place finish, so maybe there's not much hope for Sekuhume to actually do something well, because they just scored a third goal against Amatux, which I think does mean Amatux might be dropping into relegation. Manka to Maseko, moving it forward. Maseko looking for options. Goes to Mfulozi. Mfulozi scores a fantastic finish. Oh, not much I can say about that. It was just a really, really good, solid finish from the Orbit College man. I mean, Maseko had too much space on that one. The defender overcommitted, and look how much space Mfulozi had. Wood should have been the man marking him on the edge of that box. He couldn't get across to him. And that is just a really, really good finish. Like, that is a power finish, actually. Like, yeah, I can't even be mad at that. Good finish, just good finish. Milic from the back now, bringing it forward. Nkosi. Madiba to Metokovic. Bringing it forward now on that left-hand side. We are trying him out on there. See how he does. He gets dispossessed on his first real chance, but he's got an option now. Takes the shot. I mean, that was close. That was very, very close. He stayed in the right position there. He was in the smart position. Nobo wins the header. Soletu goes across to Mota. Back to Soletu. Mota. He's got options on the wing, and he finds Mokane on that wing. Looking for options. Brings it back to Soletu. Takes the shot. Couldn't get through the defense. It's bobbing around. Metokovic. I mean, he's getting chances on that left flank. And if we can just get one or two more good chances, I think we could see him putting in some goals there. I'm proud of everyone's effort. I'm not going to lie. Actually, I wanted to check something in terms of tactics, the vigil tactics. I want you to shoot more often, not take more risks. Shoot more often. There we go. Both of them need to actually be shooting more often. Mortar's got a good shot on him as well. I'm just going to change that up a little bit. Let's see. Because, I mean, if we can get them shooting as inside wingers, it could really be something great. I do have Ramashala and Mokane doing the overlaps with the inside wingers. This helps with support. But that does mean that we do get a little bit exposed when they push forward, and they're not quick enough like that instance to get back. Ramashala, maybe, you know, I'm being a little bit overcritical. He is currently holding a knock. Let's take him off. I gave him enough time to try and run it off. He couldn't. We'll take him off for now. I think that kind of convinced me that he's just... The pace of their strikers was just really hindering his performance. But again, I'm not disappointed with his performance. I think this new tactic is working. I think once we find the right personnel to really slot in where they need to slot in, I think this could be a very devastating tactic for us. And I think it could be a chance for us to really put a good effort in next season in the PSL. I'm not saying we're winning the whole PSL, but I'm saying at least a top 6 or 7 finish, I think, could be on the cards if we get the right people. If we get the right people. Matosevic across to Ngobo. Okay, I thought he was going short. We're going to get some more. Let's make some swaps. Mortar not playing great out on that wing. We'll bring on Malepe, who has signed permanently for us, by the way, so he is joining. And then elsewhere, Mokane not playing great. We'll bring on Vuvuzela, probably his last game of the in Kruger colours. Although I'd like to keep him. He is a good backup option. Our midfield is playing absolutely fantastic. Wood not too great. You know what? Jonamas, come on for your final game. Come on for your final game. You're going back to Kaiser Chiefs after this. You don't want to stay here. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. There's an option to buy him for 500,000, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think there's better DM options out there than him. I like Wood. I like Wood. Wood is a very good, solid player. I'm not even going to say maybe a future captain for the club. He's got very good leadership skills, which I like. Well, 1-1, 15 minutes left. I'm going to make one more swap. I think Metokovic has run his course on that left wing, that experiment. Hasn't really come into fruition there as much as I'd hoped he would. The second half, he's been very, very quiet. I just want to see what happens with this highlight. Ramasala, good save. Good save. That's, I'm going to switch to attacking mentality. the next like 5 minutes or so, and then we'll make that swap if need be. Matukovic will clear from the defense, and that was a decent little finish. So Letu just watching for a little bit before he decided to kick into gear and try and chase the ball down. Carnell, our former boy from the Bees. Mfolozi finds his way through, takes the shot. Matukovic with another save. Again, I feel like you can hold those. I feel like you can grab them and hold them. Orbit have been a little bit more ahead of us in this game than we'd like to. Matukovic's run is ending on that wing. We're going to bring on Padime to come in there. There's also an option to buy Padime as well. I think his was also about 500,000, which I'm probably not going to do. I mean, he had a good run, but I don't think it was a great run, you know. But we definitely need to try and get the best out of these wingers because we're not doing it at the moment. Ending off the game with a 1-1 draw in the season. I mean, I suppose in the grand scheme of things, it could be worse. It does mean we finish the season with in 11th place with 39 points. Not the end of the world. Makasi are officially relegated. Murimo Galants will go into the playoff thing. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad way to end off the season. I think there's a lot of positives in this tech. Like I said, if we get the right personnel in the right spots, we could be very devastating going forward. And the experiment for Matukovic, well, I think we might continue it a little bit next season. Maybe in preseason, see how he does there. But definitely some areas for us to fix up and sort out. That's the three teams batting out for the promotions. It's Cape Town Spurs, Leicester's City, and Murimo Galants. We can just see the other team that is coming up. Who's coming up? Polokwane City are coming back up after being relegated last season. Durban City will play in those playoffs with Cape Town Spurs and Leicesterford. So the way it works is Cape Town Spurs and Leicesterford will play each other. The winner of that plays Durban City, and then the winner of Durban City takes on who was it again? Murimo Galants. Oh no, these three play in the league. The winner of this then plays Durban City. I think that's how it works. Or there's three teams coming up. I don't know. Well, let's see what we've got budgets. We've got 19 million to spend next season. And a wage budget of 31,000. So there's a lot of money to spend. There's a lot of money to spend. We'll see you guys for a transfer special. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you like it, hit that like button. Tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and them haters to join in on the fun that is the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. See you guys next episode. Peace, chicken grease.